Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the beautiful North Island and the beautiful Hagel Park on a lovely, lovely morning in Area D. So I am Michelle Babchuk. I'm the MLA for North Island, and I'd just like to acknowledge that we are on the territory of the Liquatos speaking people, the Weewakam, the Weewakai, and Kwika. But I'd also like to acknowledge that I have the honor of working, living, and playing in the Kwakwakiwak, New Chalmette, and Coast Salish Peoples Territory. I'm delighted to be here today on behalf of Minister Ann Kang, the Minister of Municipal Affairs, and have the opportunity to join Chair Baker, Regional Director Rice, and I'd say Mr. Leach, but he's sitting over there, the CAO of the regional district. We are here this morning to celebrate the infrastructure announcement that will make a real difference for the people in the Strathcona Regional District, not just the 1,200 or so water consumers in this electoral area D, but for the future. Our province is growing, and we know that investments in infrastructure are needed to create successful communities and healthier environments for everyone. That's why today we are announcing $2.8 million in investment to support the Strathcona Regional District's universal water metering project. The installation of the new automatic water meters will help residents in the Strathcona Regional District monitor and reduce their waste consumption, limiting, like I said, their waste and supporting the sustainability for local ecosystems. And just looking around this beautiful park that we are here today, you can see how important it is to be able to protect that natural resource. We also just have to look at the province to understand how important access to water is for our life. This project will empower area residents to regulate, understand their water consumption, helping the community to waste as little water as possible. And just from my past experience on this issue, I just want to thank the Area D residents for their patience. I know this has been a long time coming, and hope this will address some of the past stresses that they have seen between themselves and the City of Campbell River. And we know it will solve some of the community challenge, as we know that collaboration is needed to be able to make some of these issues come to fruition. Today's announcement is on top of and in addition to the $1 billion Growing Community Fund, which will help 188 BC local governments tackle their unique infrastructure critical projects. So we know as a province that the local governments know exactly what they need to be able to build out their infrastructure, and we are committed to working, building, and improving relationships with each and every one of them so that we can improve the lives of all British Columbians. Thank you very much. I'd like to call Strathcona Area D Director John Rice to the stand to discuss what this means for his residents.
Morning, everybody. I know that last year when I was out knocking on doors, that water meters was one of the big things that was talked about. What people don't know is that I was actually one of the first homeowners that put a meter in 2018. And we know that they work, so we're looking forward to being able to roll out water meters to everybody that's connected to the Northern Area D water system. I do want to thank the CEO. He did a lot of hard work, and I do want to thank our MLA. I know that she did a lot of hard work too. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I have to just be truthful. It's been a while since I've been out here and into Hagel Park, and the infrastructure here with families and pickleball and everything is absolutely stellar. I know that we do have media here, and I will open up for any questions if anybody has one.
Yeah. Like you said yourself, this has been a long time coming, and the earliest reference I could find to water meters was in 2014, so 9 years ago. I'm just wondering why it's taken 9 years to get to this point.
I'm going to actually head to the CAO of the regional district here who can talk about process. But ultimately, this has been a really long time. I think water metering had been identified almost 25 years ago as a possibility for water consumption in Area D. But I will leave it to
So the province offers a number, generally annually, of infrastructure grant programs for water and sewer. The regional district had applied several times. They're competitive grants. So we'd made application on those. They're generally oversubscribed annually to the program. So I guess third time the charm. It takes time when you're looking to get funding and resources. So we were fortunate this round to receive the funding.
Grant, just 1 second. Sorry, we're going to pass the microphone here too.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
sure. About how many homes is this going to affect, and is the hookup optional, or is it something that's being mandated?
I think it's about 1,200 homes that we have in Area D water connections, and it's not optional. It's at no cost, so the meters will go in all the homes. There's more purpose to it than just metering water and having people pay on that. It's a way for leak detection too, to look at the overall system. So it's not an optional system. We'll install the meters on all homes.
And what's the timeline for that?
Timeline, and we were currently doing a program in conjunction with the City of Campbell River to locate the services. You have to locate them all, and then we'll be putting out an RFP to tender out the works, I would say within the next 1 to 3 months. I anticipate we'd probably do the program phased. Start with the meters that we can easily locate the services and the shutoffs, do those, and then work our way through the system. So we'll definitely be underway this year.
Any other questions?
Does the okay. Does the average water bill go up with the water meters for the homeowners?
It's not our intention to. I mean, what you have right now in Area D is we buy the water from Campbell River and we distribute it to everyone in the northern Area D. So if you're using less water, average water, more water, the cost is spread out individually. So when the water meters come, what you generally have, you have about a 30% immediate reduction in water consumption. So for most people, they're not going to see much of any change. Maybe it balances out. People will use excess water, people will stay where they are, and some will consume less, and that generally balances out. But it's not the intention to use it as a tool for increasing the rates. What we're really hopeful of is that is we keep the rates stable. Again, we're buying our water from Campbell River, so we bulk buy that and we pay for all of it. If we're losing, a percentage of that water through leaks that we don't know where we are, then we're all paying for that. So the meters will help tighten up where those leaks are. We won't lose water that nobody's using, and bring stability to the rates of the community.
Okay, thank you.
Dog didn't like the answer.
Go ahead.
So the previous area director wasn't against water meters. I mean, like you say, it takes a long time to get this approved. But she was concerned about fairness. And the people in Campbell River aren't metered. She told me that the Story Creek Golf Course isn't metered. And I know the new meters have been installed since that study was done. 70% of our underwater pipelines are made of asbestos cement, and that's a health risk. So I'm just wondering how this all fits into that big equation of improving the infrastructure underground.
So a few things there. So Story Creek Golf Course is in the City of Campbell River, so they are not using water from Area D. They never have. So whether they're metered or not, it has no impact to Area D. Asbestos cement pipe, as you might think, is a terrible thing. It has no health effect on it, though. There is probably 70% of the province. City of Vancouver, I know, has wood stave pipe. Everywhere has asbestos cement pipe. Asbestos is harmful to you in your lungs. It's like a Velcro hook. So the pipe is in a solid form that you don't eat, but it doesn't stand up over time. It gets soft over time. And so the risk that we have is it gets spongy and it creates more leaks. But there's not a health risk to it unless you eat asbestos and inhale it in your lungs. And then it gets like a Velcro. But in water systems, it is not a health or a safety risk at all, but it doesn't have the longevity that PVC pipe has. So there's no health. So what we can do is, there's likely a lot of leaks in the system. The meters will help identify where those leaks are in the asbestos pipe, and we'll repair them. But I'm grateful to the question about Story Creek, because that has come up often, the golf course, and the golf course is not our participant on the service. So in no way are they subsidized through the Area D water.
Thanks.
Thank you, everybody.
So seeing no more questions, I just want to thank everybody that came out today to hear about this wonderful announcement. And just to say that I'm excited to work with the Strathcona Regional District and Area D Director John Rice as they move forward on looking at what those infrastructure needs in the future. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming.